All right, so good morning, or at least this morning for me. I'm sitting here studying the scriptures and getting ready for sermons and Bible classes that I'll be teaching. And of course, you can see, I woke up, just started studying, and I get tired of seeing all these filters and people fixed up because that's not really how we look. So I just said, let me do a video. This is what I look like. This is what the people are going to get, what they're going to see. I've been meditating for the last couple of days on death. I'm not saying what I'm about to say to be a downer, as they call a negative Nancy or a Debbie Downer. Not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be real. No matter how important we are, and what I mean by important is we all affect different people in our life with our jobs or our positions that we hold. And some people are more important than others in that regard. Not that everybody does not have value, but like the president of the United States or the king of a kingdom or something like that. A lot depends on that person. No matter where you lie on the level of human importance and how much people depend on you, how important you are, you're going to die. You're not going to live forever in this life. Today could be your last day on this earth. We don't know. None of us think that that will happen, but I've already seen it take place a few times in my life with people close to me or people that I love. People wake up in the morning and they don't realize that that's their last day and they're going to be gone by the time the sun goes down. This could be the last day for me. It could be the last day for any of you watching this video. None of us know when's the last time we're going to tie our shoes. So we're going to die no matter how important we are, and somebody's going to take our place. Now that can be discouraging. I told a brother this yesterday, and he said that's kind of discouraging thinking about it. People that stay alive have to continue on with life. So you have a husband, let's say, who loses his wife, and it's sad, and there's mourning, and there's crying, and there's sorrow, but after years go by, if he's still alive, he has to continue on. He has had to continue to work to provide for himself and for any children he may have. He may end up getting remarried. He moves on, not because he did not love his wife that died, but simply because he has got to move on with life. And that would happen. I mean, if I were to die, my wife would be sad and would mourn me. I hope she would mourn me for a while, but she would mourn me for a time. But if she continued to live for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I would not want her to stay in a comatose state, hermiting herself here in the house. I would want her to continue to live on with life. And if she found a good Yahweh-fearing man, I would want her to get remarried and experience more love here on this earth. The point is that people have been dying for thousands of years, and life continues to move on for those that remain alive. We only have a little small portion here in this body and on this earth. I'm 40. Statistically, I'm over halfway through. If I make it to 80, I'll be doing good. My granddaddy died at 77 in 2019. So I've thought about that. And 40 more years is not a long time. And I hope I live for 40 more years in good health. And I hope that I can enjoy my grandchildren and even one day see my great-grandchildren. But the main thing is I realize that life is a vapor, and that I spend my time on this earth, in this body, serving Yahweh and finding more and more ways to please Him, studying His commandments, and living a life of righteousness Because while this life that I live now is temporary, and somebody will take my place, and people will move on if I die, when I die, life in the age to come, life in the kingdom of Yahweh at the resurrection of the righteous, will be immortal and without end. So in the resurrected body that will never get sick, never have any pain, never die, never grow old in the sense of decay, you can live for 1,000 years and you're just getting started. Then you live for another 1,000 years and you're just getting started. Do you see my point? Our focus should be on service to Yahweh. I know that we have to do things in this life to survive and to carry on, although I think that a lot of times we get ourselves in debt and we overextend ourselves to the point that we don't have time for Yahweh, and that's wrong. So sometimes we need to reevaluate our situation and ask ourselves, are we really doing what pleases the Father? But we do have to live. I have electricity here in my house I have to pay for, which means I need to go out and perform a service that I provide for the community and get paid in return so that I can keep my lights on, right? So that's okay. But in all that, let's make sure that we are making Yahweh our primary, that we're making Yahweh our focus. Reevaluate your life. Realize you're not going to live in this life forever. Realize somebody's going to take your place. And make the necessary changes to do what needs to be done to serve the Creator now, so that when His kingdom comes, you'll have a great spot in the kingdom. Matthew 5 verse 19 is one of my great texts that I love to remember. Yeshua said, therefore whosoever keeps the least of these commandments and teaches people to do so will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. But if you don't, you'll be called least. I want to be great. And I hope you do too.